Hey, my name is Sruti. I'm an author and spiritual teacher, and today I am out here in the world, walking around with my crutch, my orthopedic boot, and I am on a grassy hill next to a vastly easier to walk on bike path. And so something like if I could get tattoos, which I obviously can't because I have things like allergic reactions to ear piercings that turn into 6-year-long health problems. But if I could get a tattoo, what I would tattoo on myself is this interesting like haiku that came to me in a dream. So when I was in my early 20s, still living on the East Coast, I'm asleep, I'm having this dream, and I'm writing on a scroll the truth of everything. And it's like this old scroll, and I have this quill, and I'm just writing and writing, and the scroll just goes on. And I could remember, I can't remember it, but in the dream, it was like thousands of light bulbs going off. Everything made sense. The truth of everything. And I was writing it. And I was so like excited in the dream that I'd found it, that I forced myself to wake up so that I could write down as much of it as I could to remember it. And I dreamed that I woke up and like it was completely dark, and I'm feeling around in the dark desperately for something to write on. And I dreamed that I found something to write on, and somehow there was a pen, opened up the book and wrote as much as I could, and then fell back asleep. So I woke up the next morning, and I don't remember anything, obviously. And I go downstairs and I have breakfast, and somewhere halfway through breakfast, I think to myself, oh my God, I had a dream last night where I realized the truth of everything. And I'm like, oh my God, I dreamed that I woke up and wrote it down. Did that happen? And so I run upstairs, and there's a book next to my bed, like a journal. And I open it up, like randomly somewhere in the middle, and there's this bit of writing I've never seen before, and that I don't remember writing, and that I've never seen those words. And it was like this, it wasn't really a haiku. Didn't have like the technical classifications of a haiku, but it was as short as a haiku. And it was 3 lines of text. And it was, oh God. And O did not have an H. So it was like this old biblical O. Oh God. So there we go. That set the tone of the whole thing. And then the next line said, doing it is already making it. And then the next line said, just now. And then the last line, which is my favorite, says, let me live what I live. And I was so disappointed. I was like, what the F is this? But I knew it was from the dream, and I knew it came from the truth of everything. And just not what I remember writing in the dream. I don't remember anything I wrote in a dream. That was why I woke up and wrote it down. And it was like this nonsense. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, doing it is already making it. And I'm like, duh? And it's like, just now. And so I got, and then the last line, let me live what I live. And I'm like, thinking to myself, I guess, yeah, I'm at this point in my life where I feel like society isn't letting me live what I want to live. So maybe this is like a personal cry. Let me live what I live already. So it's this huge letdown. And I go back and just over the years, go back and just get like this deeper and deeper analysis of it. And I'm like, okay, so this is the truth of everything. We're gonna start with, oh God. So like I said, O doesn't have an H. It's like this biblical oh God. So immediately we know that this whole thing is about God. Like, this isn't about, you know, some psychological truth. This isn't about some new age thing. This is like the old biblical, from the beginning of time, God. That's what this is. So then we get to something that kind of sounds like manifestation. Like you doing it is already making it. You, by doing what you're doing, you are making it happen. Like, you have the free will and all of the power of manifestation in your hands. You doing it is making it happen. You can make anything happen in the world. That is part of the truth. And all of it is happening just now. And that is the power of now. It's like everything that's happening is always happening now. There is never another time than now. It is always just now. Everything that happens to you is always happening in the now. The now is always what is. And your life is flashing before the now like slides on a projector. So it's getting more profound. The more, it's hard. The more you dissect it, the more the simple haiku gets more and more profound. Like, suddenly we have the Bible in here, we have the New Age manifestation, we got like the secret going on, we've got the power of now, and now the last line, my absolute favorite. Let me live what I live. Whoa. So at first, like I said, I thought this was like some psychological thing, like, let me live what I want to live, me. And the more I looked at it, and the more I realized that this whole thing was, oh God, I was like, oh my God, what if that's God talking? Like, what if let me live? What, like, question the me and the I. If you question the me and the I, not only in the haiku, but inside of yourself, the me and the I in you is actually more than just your psychological me and I. It's the source of consciousness and the source of God, him, her itself. That is also part of your me and your I. That is what I talk about in severe pain, when pain becomes an eraser and takes away your mind, your feelings, control over your body, even your consciousness, your eyesight, your breathing. You, the last one that remains, the last I back there, that's really just now, right here, is who you actually are. And if that voice is the one saying, let me live what I live, that is God talking. And God is basically pleading with you to let him, her, it live the life it wants to live for you, which, by the way, is your best life. But people don't often associate that with fate. So now we have free will and fate, like God ordained destiny, in the same truth of life, in this stupid little haiku that I thought about for years and years and years. Like, I was thinking about this for like over a decade before I realized that I loved this stupid little haiku so much that I would tattoo this on myself if I could. And that is the actual truth of life. Oh God, doing it is already making it just now. Let me live what I live. The God of biblical times is also the New Age, is also the secret of manifestation and creating your own reality in the now, the power of now. And we have the choice to allow the source of God to live what it wants to live through us. Through our lives, God wants to come in and live your best life. And that is real fate and real destiny.